Santa? Is
Yes.
is that? Oh my gosh! Santa!
Carlin! Wow, Carlin! Now, have
Know
you?
you?
Yes, you do. Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
I know everyone.
yes, Santa. I can't believe it. You are the most famous guest I've ever had. I've only been doing this podcast since April, but I don't know if I can top you.
Well, I am honored. I am so honored, Carlin, that you've invited me on this show. So that, to me, shows you really care.
Oh yeah, no, I really do, and I'm so honored. Actually, I just can't believe it that you're actually on my show.
Well, I'm so pleased to be here.
Yeah. So, well, Santa, we have a lot to talk about. First off,
Oh,
how are things up in the North Pole right now?
well, as you know, I am very busy this time of year, and
Yeah.
even busier now because I'm drafting. Um, I'm drafting a bill to send to the legislature. It's called the Not With Santa Claus.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
yes.
it's
Oh,
important because I'm going to need extra coal this year. Yeah,
are you? I
you know
see.
why. You know why. So, yeah,
Well,
we're busy, and I'm hoping this gets passed into legislature, into law. Very
so
important.
so if you are bringing coal, that means there's some people that are some people in Alberta that are on the naughty list.
Yes, there are. And
Hmm.
most of them work in Edmonton.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
I should
Now,
say work.
oh yes. Now, is there a way that they could get off the naughty list? Those people in
Well,
Edmonton?
of course they can. They can, you know, change their ways. That's all
I
I can say.
see. I see.
Yeah.
Well, I find it fascinating, Santa, that while like I didn't know this about you, but is it true that you vacation in the off season in Okotoks?
I do. I do. And
Come on.
I love it here. There's lots to love about Okotoks. And Mrs. Claus and I are avid campers. And there's so much wonderful camping in this area.
Oh yeah, for sure. And is it true when you're here? Like I've never seen you on the streets. Like, do you have some kind of disguise or something?
Well, obviously, I lose the beard and I hang up my Santa suit and I wear civilian clothes. Yeah.
Wow. Well, I never knew that. That's amazing. So nobody ever really recognizes you as Santa.
Well, I'll be honest. There's a few that know, and they come up to me and they say, "Hey, Santa, nice disguise." And
Oh, really?
yeah,
Okay.
that's what
Well, do
they
you have
do.
what's your name when you like do you go by Santa or do you have a
No, I have a I have a pseudonym, what they call it, and my name is Darrell Clement. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and
Okay.
I love
Okay.
it here. I love it. I like to hang out downtown along Elizabeth and McRae and
Yes.
stroll along that pathway by the river. We just love it here.
Yeah, no. Well, that's fantastic. Well, that's great to know. What kind of place do you and Mrs. Claus like to hang out in? Is you like probably going for some sweet stuff and hot chocolate?
Of course, yeah. There's lots of places downtown that we can
Hmm.
visit. Oh yeah, and some that have just opened up. They're wonderful.
Yes, for sure. No, that's awesome. And Santa, I got a few questions for you just because I've never had
Oh,
this amount of time with you. It's usually just been like when I was a kid and I got to sit on your lap and ask you what I was going to get for Christmas. But like what
and
how
to that answer, I'm so glad you've lost so much weight.
well, thank you. Yes, yes, I know. That because that's really would have hurt your lap.
Oh, of course, of course.
I know. I know.
So
So
by the way, I'm ready for any question you have for me.
okay, how do you keep track of the children that are on the nice list each year?
Well, I'm blessed. Mrs. Claus built me a brand new warehouse with all new computers, and you can read about this in Daryl's latest book called "The Day Santa Lost His List."
Okay. Yeah. So that has the key
Well,
to
that yeah.
really. Okay. Well, that's perfect. Now, what does it take for a kid to make it onto the nice list? Can you at least give us that? Like, or is that in the
Well,
book as well?
I'll be honest. When children visit me, they often ask, which list do I think they're on? But
Right.
I prompt them and I ask questions like, do you brush your teeth every day? Do you keep your bedroom clean and organized? And do you help with all the daily chores? And kids are smart.
Mm,
They know most certainly what list they're on.
yeah.
I don't have to tell them. They know.
Right. Okay. Okay. So, what happens if a kid changes their wish last minute? Like, they tell you what you want, but then the last minute, December 23rd, they change their mind. Like, what happens?
And this happens a lot, more than you would guess, but they should let a parent know.
Mm,
I have a hotline set up, but there are no guarantees about what gift they might get.
yeah.
It's explained in my next book, which is yet to come out, or Darrell's next book, I should say, Holly's Night Before Christmas, and it explains why some children don't get what they ask.
Oh, okay. So when does that book come out?
That won't be out until next year, but if you
Jeez.
invite me back, we can talk about it.
Okay. Yes. Well, we like if you're willing to come back, how can I say no to the most like I would think you're probably the most like famous person in the world.
Well, I am right up there as the most recognized, and it helps a lot, because when I sit in these malls or I walk up and down the street, I like it when people know who I am. Don't
Yeah.
you?
Oh yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Um, Santa, some houses don't have chimneys. How do you get up and down those? How do you get into those houses? Do you like
Well,
break and enter
oh,
or what?
no, of course. Now, hold on. Where's the? I have a special key. I don't know if you can see that. I'll hold it
Hmm.
against the white background.
Yeah.
That's a key, okay? It's a magic key that unlocks doors. It turns off security cameras, and it
Oh.
ensures that I get access to every stocking, every Christmas tree. And I get that question a lot because some naughty children try to film me. And this, with a wave in the air, turns all the cameras off and unlocks
Oh
all the doors.
wow. Okay. Okay.
I run it counterclockwise and it locks everything and turns the cameras back on. It's
Mm-hmm.
magic.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So when kids are preparing for you to come for Christmas, like what do you like to eat when you arrive at their house? Like what's your favorite cookie?
Well, my favorite cookie is called the Snickerdoodle. And it's a new favorite because it's a new cooking cookie or whatever we want to call it, but it's
Mm-hmm.
delicious. I really like the names. But a small glass of milk or a glass of water and a treat is so nice. It doesn't have to be a cookie. And of course, carrots for the reindeer, but don't leave the reindeer candy canes. Oof.
No, what happens?
Well, they go nuts. That's the best
Oh.
way to describe it. Yeah. And if you've ever watched, shows like Christmas Chronicles, you'll
Mhm.
understand. Oh, it's
Mhm.
it's not a good scene.
Yeah, do they get a little bit of gas with the candy
Oh,
cane?
I won't go there. That's
No?
their secret.
Okay, that's
I'll be
private.
honest.
Okay, sorry.
I'll be honest. Sometimes they like to leave their own gifts on the roof.
Yeah, yeah, no, for sure. I understand. I'm picking up what you're or what they're dropping there, Santa.
Or well, you don't find it on the neighbor's lawn.
Yeah, for sure. So, Santa, with all the letters you get and all the names um, that you need to keep track of, like, have you ever lost your list?
Yes.
Really?
I over the past 500 years, I've lost the list a few times. Uh, And I'll be honest, I've never, ever seen the North Pole elves as nervous and as scared as the last time I lost it. But fortunately, I have a senior elf by the name of Holly who hired a detective to find it.
Okay. I see.
Yeah.
So Holly sounds like, yeah, she sounds like she's a pretty important person to you.
She is, and I'll tell you, she's saved the day so many times.
Mm.
And yeah, and she's just a wonderful, wonderful elf. And she's my senior elf and instructor. And she's the one that hired Sherlock Holmesy, the sleuth, to find all the clues and track down my lip. And,
Mm.
you know, I'll be honest, my wife, Mrs. Claus, was trying to surprise me, and she'd taken all the lists and all of my letters off to a secret location. And, she spent days with hundreds of elves putting the data into an all brand new computer system. And that was just to help me because, Carlin, the world just keeps getting bigger.
Yeah, yeah, no, for sure. Absolutely. So through because you wrote a book and the book's called
Darrell wrote a book.
Darrell wrote a book. That's right. Shoot.
Mm.
Darrell
That's
wrote a
a
book. And Darrell named the book. The book's called The Day That Santa Lost His List.
yeah.
And how do we get a copy of that book?
Well, there's two ways. There's you can order it on Amazon,
Okay.
which delivers, and also I have signed copies at Unique Books downtown in Okotoks. So, and Ray Lynn, who runs a beautiful shop there, has promised me to order more if we run out. So,
Oh, really? Okay. Well, that's good. Yeah.
and we will get them to children before Christmas, children and adults.
Right.
Christmas. So, yeah, that's the best way.
That's awesome. So, what do you hope the kids will learn from this story?
Well, this story, the framework of this story is built around a whodunit theme, like a mystery. The
Mm-hmm.
hidden message in the story is more about Holly Sparkle than it is about the lost list. Because on the back of the book, I don't want to give it away, it simply states, don't let a disability get in the way of your ability.
Right on. Well, that sounds like a good story.
It
So,
is, it is. And I'll be honest, in my other life, I used to drive a bus for special needs children to the Composite High School.
okay.
And if you're out there, Kale, hello.
Yeah, right on.
And so I think we need to shine a light on disabilities, but also show that the capability and the ability of these kids and even older adults is amazing.
Absolutely. No, that's
Yeah.
very cool. Santa, this is not your first book that you have written or Darrell has written. I'm sorry. Um,
Yeah.
you also wrote a book, and it says The Day That Santa Got Sick. Now, is that something that happened to you?
Yes. Oh, like I
Oh,
said,
gosh.
I've been sick several times over the past 500 years,
So
and I've
several
lost.
several times, like you're talking like over, like I know that you get sick throughout the year or whatever, but you were sick right over Christmas?
I was sick almost the day before, and the book "The Day Santa Got Sick" chronicles that. And as you mentioned, it's the first of the Mistletoe books series for children, and it describes what happened back in the year 1804. Uh,
1804. Wow.
1804, and that was really a year. And the reason why that year stands out is there was 1 billion people on the earth in 1804, and now there's 8 billion people. So that's more than quadrupled. I can't do the math very good, but that's a lot. That's 8 times more people. And of course, when someone gets sick, someone has to fill in for that. And of course, there's another book coming out
Wow.
called Santa for a Day, which describes the individual, his name is Sly, who actually stepped in that night in 1804. Now, that book is not available, but it should be coming out again next year sometime. So,
Wow. Okay. Well, I do remember uh, as a kid watching the Flintstones, and Fred Flintstone had to fill in for Santa one day because
wow.
Santa got sick. So, I'm just remember that. So yeah, there's one of the other times that I guess Fred Flintstone filled in for you back in the Stone Ages there, I guess, right?
Well,
So,
it's been a long time. It's been hundreds of years.
mhm.
And And, for the past few decades, children come to me and they give me their wishes, but they've also asked, the number one question is, are you real? And I often respond with, are you real? Why do you ask? And they'll say, well, I'll be honest, you're the fourth Santa I've seen this Christmas. And I'll go, wow. So the story explains why we see so many Santas over the holiday season, but that the real one still exists. Oh,
Right.
Grace.
Yeah, no, I look forward to reading that. I got to get my hands on that. That's
And
for sure.
the key is to never stop believing. Keep the magic of Christmas alive.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Santa, what's your favorite part about meeting children at local events or at the mall or wherever you go? What's your favorite thing?
Well, I just love to see them and to hear them and listen to them. And like I was very fortunate to meet many of you already this month at Unique Books for a signing that was in downtown Okotoks. And next month I'll be at the parade and the Okotoks Dogs Christmas event, plus lots of schools and daycares. And I like the fact that they're always excited to see me.
Yes.
I'm excited to see them because sometimes, the real Santa can't be there. So I have to send one of my Santa Claus crew. And, that's the basis of that story with the day Santa got sick and how this came to be. And of course, the spirit here in the community is amazing. There is a genuine love for Christmas reflected in this community, and Light Up Okotoks is just one example of that. This town, the reason why I'm here in the off season is because it's just like the North.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. Well, Santa, we're so pleased to know that you spend your off season here and you vacation and you rest, because no doubt you need quite a bit of rest after Christmas Day. But that's
I lose some weight too.
do
Like right
you?
now, I've got my Santa weight coming back, and of course, a night of cookies and milk and snickerdoodles. I come back about 50 pounds heavier, but luckily the sleigh is a little bit lighter, so the reindeer don't have to quite pull as hard.
Right. It kind of balances itself out a little bit as you're putting on weight, the sleigh's losing weight, right? So that makes sense. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you would not believe how many cookies I have to eat. Oh,
Yeah, for sure.
sometimes I just take one bite and put it back down, but then they're so good, especially the
Yeah.
homemade one. And I gotta
Yeah.
finish it, and
I,
what
I,
that's like.
I imagine sometimes you take a bite of a homemade cookie and they're horrible.
You know what? It's all about the effort. It's
Really?
all about the
Okay. Good for you.
and,
Yeah.
if it's really that distasteful, I'll just like slip it out and hand it to the reindeer. I'll just drop it in front of them, and they'll eat
Oh,
practically
they'll eat anything. Okay. Yeah.
pretty
No,
much.
that's good. Yeah. Yeah. No, that's good. Santa, do you have any story, anything that you'd like to share as an experience that you've had, with as you are Santa, when you're out in the community or whatever? Is there any story that you can pull us in on and tell us about?
Of course, I can't share too many of the negative ones, but
Mm,
you know, some children just need help. And from that chair in that mall or that location, there's only so much I can do. And, I'm a very spiritual person. I usually tell them, when I get back to the North Pole, I'm going to have Mrs. Claus gather up all the elves, and we're going to bow our heads and we're going to pray for you and say, she needs help.
mm.
And that's all we can do at that point. So, and that usually gives them a bit of encouragement. So, and that's what I want to do, is just help them along. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. And Santa, finally, what's your message for all the kids listening to the Okotoks podcast today?
Well, here's what I'd like to say. Let's start a new tradition. Instead of having 5 gifts on your Christmas list. Let's make it 3. That was 4. So let's make it 3. And then insist that I put some of those gifts in a basket for needy children and families. Now, I read your letters and I want to help, but you can help too by giving this year instead of receiving. How?
Yeah, no, that's amazing.
Well, Mrs. Claus is home. Honey, I'm on the podcast.
Oh, she made it home, eh? Yeah.
Yeah. She's, rounding up stuff for Christmas because, we North Pole is, it's hard to get things shipped in here, but Amazon does ship. Thank goodness.
No, for sure. Santa, before we go, can you remind us again how we can get our hands on your books this Christmas?
Well, Darrell Clement's books are available on Amazon, both Amazon in Canada and Amazon in the U.S., just in case you have a few U.S. visitors on your podcast.
We do.
And locally, you can get them at Unique Books, which is in downtown on McRae, in downtown Okotoks. So that's the best 2 ways. All right.
Well, yeah, and you go downtown Okotoks, and you also get a signed copy as well.
Yes, you will. It will be signed.
That's awesome. Santa, I appreciate you. I've appreciated you from as early as I can remember. You kind of freaked me out as a kid, really little kid. I was, a little nervous. I didn't want to sit on your lap, but I tried numerous Christmas Eves to try to stay awake to see you, but it just never happened. You always snuck by. So thank you for what you do, Santa. We appreciate you, and I look forward to reading some of Darrell's books this year.
All right. Well, thank you. Bless you all, and bye-bye.